Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Starting 11 show. Nottingham Forest versus Everton. It's a massive game for Forest. I'm not sure it's that big for Everton. It's pride, isn't it? It's about trying to not get beat. Basically, not making sure that we get try and get the points up to at least 40 points. And it's a very tough game for Everton. This though, very tough as Forest try and get the Champions League, which would be absolutely massive for them. Obviously, Jordan Pickford in goal. Still waiting for that clean sheet. Say it every week. That clean sheet is passing us by every single week. But, I'm sure he'll get one sooner rather than later. And this will be a fantastic time to get it. Back four, Jacob Brien at right back. I think he had this shakiest game last week. And obviously with Nathan Patterson playing left back, maybe an opportunity to bring Nathan Patterson at right back. But for me, I think that's more maybe for home games. I think Nathan needs opportunities, but I think so does Jake. Be dead easy to leave him out, but I think he needs opportunities as well. But I think for this game, with it being, I think Forest will be strong in those wide areas. I think Jake will stay in. And at left back, I'm going for Vitaly Michalenko. He's back in training. Obviously missed the game against Arsenal. I think when you're playing against pacey wingers, he is that player that you want because he knows how to defend against them. He's done a really good job against a few of them this season, including Mo Salah in the Merseyside derby, our last away game. So for me, he comes back into the team, even though Nathan did do well. I think it's important to have. Certainly when it's a player who that's his position. Obviously Nathan Patterson isn't a left back, he's a right back. So if he was a left back, then I'd be tempted to leave him in. But I think, Michalenko back in for this game. And James Tarkowski and Jared Brandtwaite will start at centre-back. I think you need that. You need those two to play. They're our best two. Could Jacob Brien start games at centre back for the remainder of the season? Maybe, but who'd come out? You need Brandtwaite on the left hand side for the balance. I'm not sure Tarky would be too happy. He wants to play every single game this season. He's been an ever present and he wants to remain that. So, as I said, for this game, I'm having those two as centre backs as normal. Into midfield, Idrissa Gana Gueye starts, no question. Not leaving him out, not resting him. If he's available, he starts for me. It's as simple as that. And alongside him, I'm bringing James Garner back into the side. I think, again, it's going to need a defensive display. I just don't think Tim Irabunum took his chance as well as he could have last Saturday, certainly in possession. And I just think that James Garner, his last game against Liverpool wasn't particularly good. But Forest don't have the ball as much as what they are joint lowest team in possession in the Premier League with Everton, so they don't have a lot of the ball either. So it will be a lot about transitions and when you're in possession. I think Tim Boone gave the ball away a little bit too easy last week when he was being harried in midfield. So James Garner was similar in the derby, but I'd have him back with those two sitting in front of the back four because it will be a lot just about protection a lot of the time and maybe not necessarily about what you do in the final third. So those two in there. Ahead of them, I'm going for Charlie Alcaraz. I think he needs games and he needs games in the middle of the park. And I think him playing off Beto is our best opportunity to score goals through the middle of the park. I'm sure. I think the manager will play Decore, if I'm perfectly honest, but I'd play Alcaraz because Alcaraz is in a difficult position because if it is 9 games to trigger the deal, then Everton won't want to play him in 9 games, but he does need opportunities. We do need to see him starting games, and maybe that's what's limiting him at the moment, but that's a chicken and an egg situation, isn't it? He's got to play to see whether he's good enough, but if he plays games, we've got to sign him anyway. But I think this is a game I'd like to see him in because I don't think Everton will have loads of opportunities to score in this game. I think counter-attack is a good opportunity and I think he carries the ball better than anyone we've got at the moment. Decore certainly doesn't do that. When he plays in there, he plays off moments. where he carries it himself or set pieces. So I'm going for him behind the striker. On the right-hand side, I'm going for Armando Broja. I'd like to see him given an opportunity now. I'd like to see him start a game on that right-hand side. It's not really where the managers favoured him, but he has played there. I don't think Harrison has got too much more to offer as an Everton player that we haven't already seen. So I'd like to see Broja given that chance. I also don't think Broja can play up front on his own in this team either. I think he drops in too deep. He doesn't stretch the pitch long enough. So if he's going to start, that's where I'd like to see him start. On the other side, Njai obviously came in last week, got a goal, and I thought he was good in the second half. Quite in the first half, but good in the second half, to the point he had to go off. He had a little bit of cramp. He's had another week's training. He's had 75 minutes under his belt. Hopefully we see a lot more of him in this game, because he's going to be our major route to goal in terms of ability. So yeah, he starts the game, and he starts every game for me now. If he's fit, he starts every game. There's no question of that. And the only question is there ever an opportunity to play him central? I don't think we've got the other players quite yet. Dwight McNeil's, the manager says he's not really fit enough to start, but who knows, he might be. But he only came on for the last 6 minutes last week. So Njai starts. And up front, Beto starts for me. I just think he causes chaos. And I think there's an opportunity against Forest centre-back's been very good this season, but I do feel like there's an opportunity against them if you've got a player that causes a little bit of chaos. And that's where Carlos Alcaraz fits in, running with the ball, maybe feeding them through. He hasn't had too many of those balls in the last couple of games. Although in the Merseyside derby, he did miss a couple of certainly one big opportunity. The other one was offside. So yeah, that's the starting 11. That's my starting 11. Let me know what you go for, who you go for in this Everton team. But there's opportunities now for other players, I think, and it's how we get them into the team. Dwight McNeil's coming back. Harrison is there. Patterson on the bench. Decore. Schmitty. There are other players that can come on and change the game possibly for us. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who would you have starting for Everton in this game? Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the match preview with Baz and myself. And if you want more great videos, join us over on Toffee TV Premier. The link is in the description. QR codes come on screen now. See you later.